Good morning, students. Once again, I welcome you to my video lectures on signal and systems. I am continuing with inverse Z transforms also with today. Find the inverse Z transform of x of z equal to z cube plus z square plus 3 by 2z plus half divided by z square plus 3 by 2z plus half with mod z greater than 1. Now, once again, like the previous problem, the degree of the numerator is greater than the degree of the denominator. Okay. Now, first what I will do is, first I will take LCM for this and I will go to factorize this. That is 2z square plus 3z, 2z square plus 3z, because you are taking LCM 2z square plus 3z plus 1. Now 2z square plus 3z plus 1 is factorized. 2z square plus 2 into 1, 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Therefore 2z plus z plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore 2z into z plus 1 plus 1 into z plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, this is written as z cube plus z square plus 3 by 2z plus half divided by 2z plus 1. So here factors 2z plus 1 and z plus 1 equal to 0. 2z plus 1 into z plus 1 by 2. Now this 2 goes to the numerator. Then 2 into z cube plus z square plus 3 by 2z plus half divided by 2z plus 1 into z plus 1. 2z plus 1 into 1. Now I will rewrite this as now once again, like the previous problem, I will multiply the numerator and denominator by z. 2z into z cube plus z square plus 3 by 2z plus half divided by z into 2z plus 1 into z plus 1 into z plus 1. Now xz. Now I will take this z here. Xz by z equal to 2 into z cube plus z square plus 3 by 2z plus half divided by 2z plus 1 into z plus 1 equal to now I will, these are the factors. Now I will write as a by z plus b by 2z plus 1 plus c by z plus 1, and taking this one 2 into z cube plus z square plus 3 by 2z plus half is equal to a into 2z plus 1 into z plus 1 plus b into z plus 1 plus c into z into 2z plus 1. So into z plus 1. Now I have to evaluate A, B and C. First I will evaluate A by put z equal to 0. Put z equal to 0. So if you put z equal to 0 here on both sides, you will get a. So you are going to get the value of a. Next, put. Now to evaluate z, the other two terms are to be made 0. What I will do is put z equal to minus half. If you put z equal to minus half, then what happens? If put z equal to, to evaluate c, the other two terms are to be made 0. Put z equal to minus 1. Then these two terms become 0. Then you can evaluate z. Next, put z equal to minus half. If you put z equal to minus half, this term becomes 0 because 2 into minus half. So minus 1 plus 1, 0, this term becomes 0 and this term becomes 0, and we are left with this term. Therefore, you can evaluate b. Now, the values of a, c and b are a equal to 1, c minus 2, b equal to 1. Now you substitute the values here. Now substituting the values, a equal to 1, b 1, then c minus 2. Now next is, I will take this z here. X of z is equal to z by z plus z by 2z plus 1 plus, not plus, it is minus here, minus 2z by z plus 1. Now take z cancels, 1 plus, take 2 outside, z over 2 into z plus half plus minus 2z over z plus 1. Now at the time of finding inverse z transform, compare pole radius with ROC. The ROC for the whole problem is mod z greater than 1. First one, what is the pole radius for this? The pole radius for this is half. And z greater than 1. Z greater than 1 means here it comes. Therefore, ROC is outside this pole circle. Therefore, it is a right-sided sequence. And here also the pole radius is 1. And after 1 ROC comes. Therefore, for both the cases, I have to write the right-sided sequence. Therefore, first, what is x of n? X of n. Now, 1. 1 means z inverse of 1 is, it is a delta function. Therefore, delta of n plus half. Compare these two terms here. Now, z over z plus half. So, one can write z plus half as z minus half. One can write z plus half as z minus half. Therefore, this expression where alpha is minus half. Therefore, minus half to the power of n u of n minus 2. So here also z plus 1 is written as z minus of minus 1. Therefore, same expression. Now 2 minus 1 to the power of n minus 1 to the power of n u of n minus to the power of n minus z over minus z over z minus 1, so alpha of n. So this is the inverse z transform. So this is how you have to work out. Now in the next class I will work out one more problem, and that completes the inverse z transform by partial fraction expansion method. Thank you.